Contra Costa County Assessor Gus Kramer, Center, mingles with U.S. Rep. John Garamendi, D. Walnut Grove, and Contra Costa County Supervisor Mary Pifo before an inauguration ceremony for incoming Contra Costa County District Attorney Mark Peterson Thursday, Jan. 13, 2011 in Martinez, Calif. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group Archives, Martinez. Although he was a no-show, the Contra Costa County Board of Supervisors voted Tuesday to censure County Assessor Gus Kramer for behavior inappropriate and unbecoming of an elected county official toward two female subordinates in his department. In its 4-0 vote, with Supervisor John Jauya absent, the board also called on the grand jury to look into allegations, sustained by an independent investigator earlier this year, that Kramer sexually harassed the two women employees. The vote came just over a week after this news organization publicly revealed the findings of an investigation into Kramer's conduct. The supervisors cannot directly discipline Kramer because he is an elected official as they are, so censuring him served as a formal public reprimand. Ad choice advertising and read invented by Teeds instead of attending Tuesday's meeting. Kramer sent an attorney, Bruce Zealous, to request a postponement of the matter so he could obtain legal representation. Zealous told the supervisors they don't have the authority to reprimand an official who does not report to them. But County Counsel Sharon Anderson disputed that, saying that Kramer is an officer of the county and by statute, the Board of Supervisors has some supervisory responsibility over officers, which is why it's appropriate for the board to consider this action. Zealous also suggested the supervisors may have violated the state open meetings law by coming up with the censure resolution in a closed session. The supervisors replied that although findings of the investigation were presented to them in closed session, they did not consult with each other about them prior to Tuesday's meeting. Records from the county show that Associate Appraiser Margaret Eichner and another department employee originally brought the complaints in 2015. At the time, Assistant Assessor Sarah Hallman advised Eichner she had handled the complaint informally. But in 2018, Eichner filed a formal complaint after receiving an email sent to county employees from Supervisor Federal Glover and County Administrator David TWA encouraging them to report any misconduct. She also had learned Kramer was planning to run for re-election. After Tuesday's meeting, Kramer said in an email he was disappointed by the supervisor's decision and disagreed that the investigator's findings were tantamount to sexual harassment. The independent investigator determined that many of the allegations were unfounded. The independent investigator also determined in June of this year that there was no sexual harassment, and there has been no retaliation, Kramer wrote. I'm disappointed about the actions of the Board of Supervisors this morning. They never talked to me about the issue and I believe they made a decision based on inaccurate and incomplete information reported in the local media. Kramer did not elaborate on what he thought was inaccurate and incomplete. He also noted that he will welcome any inquiry by the county's civil grand jury. During the meeting, Supervisor Candace Anderson said, "From my perspective, we cannot tolerate anything in this county that a reasonable person would deem inappropriate, offensive or unwelcome." She referred to the time in 2009 when the county paid out $1 million to settle a complaint by an employee in the assessor's office, Bernice Peoples, who accused Kramer of sexual harassment, racial discrimination and retaliation. Although a jury rejected 11 of her 12 claims, it found that Kramer retaliated against her after she filed a sexual harassment complaint in 2000. She alleged then that Kramer offered her a motel room key. "We expect anyone who cost the county that kind of money to have a little bit more of a conscientious, cautious approach in their behavior," Anderson said. As clearly outlined in staff report, there was inappropriate, offensive activity. While the investigator in the current complaint did not find that Kramer retaliated against the two women employees, as they had alleged, she concluded he made comments of a sexual nature that were inappropriate and made the employees uncomfortable. On June 18, TWA sent a letter to Eichner acknowledging that the county-commissioned investigator determined it was, more likely than not, the assessor made comments that were not appropriate in a workplace environment and that made you feel uncomfortable on several occasions, in 2014 and 2015, according to county records. He wrote a similar letter to the other female employee who had filed complaints about inappropriate comments she had said Kramer made in 2008, 2013 and 2015. The county has not publicly released the investigator's report, citing attorney-client privilege. But according to county records obtained by this news organization through a public records request, the assessor texted Eichner that he wanted to have you all to myself. He also shared stories of encounters with other women, and told her of giving a sex toy as a gift to another, non-county, woman. According to the resolution passed by the board, the investigator found there also was sufficient evidence to indicate Kramer made comments and told stories to the other employee on separate occasions in 2008 and 2013 that she found inappropriate and offensive, and that in 2015 he made a remark she believed was intended to be sexually suggestive and considered inappropriate, offensive and unwelcome. "I want all our employees to feel comfortable and safe," Supervisor Diane Burgess said Tuesday. If the county's civil grand jury finds there's enough willful or corrupt misconduct to issue a formal accusation against Kramer, the district attorney or state attorney general's office could choose to prosecute Kramer. As is stated in resolution, elected officials need to be above reproach regarding their duties, Board of Supervisors Chairwoman Karen Mitchoff said. "This is not something we take any pleasure in. It's a very unfortunate situation." 80 Equality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like Najib denies he called National Security Council. Straits Times more mixed marriages in Singapore amid rise in Muslim premium content currency trading basics. What you need to know. IG Singapore homebrewing with SolidWorks at SolidWorks Singapore. Chiropractors shocked. This device, back hero pre-diabetes, a warning sign for diabetes. Health Promotion Board San Jose, suit filed in police shooting of unarmed man. MercuryNews.com. Robinson, Trump and Omarosa deserve each other. MercuryNews.com. Live updates on the holy fire burning near Lake. MercuryNews.com. Betsy DeVos family, $40 million yacht untied and sent adrift. Ask Amy, we're 40 years married, and now she becomes a gold digger? 15 arrested after raids on massage establishments and entertainment. Straits Times. What is Forex trading? The derivative explained. IG Singapore doing this before bed could help your hair growth. Watch. HealthierPatriot.com. Boy thrown from 30-foot water slide to concrete. Suspect tells police the line was too long. Ask Amy, I can't believe my own mom pulled this scam on us. Man, 49, suffers head injuries after fall from height at Tampines HDB. Straits Times. The world's most beautiful waterfalls to visit. Photos far and wide. 25 cat breeds with the friendliest personalities. www.familyminded.com. California fire map. New wildfires, close roads, campgrounds in Sierra before pushing boy off waterslide. He bit a lifeguard, police say.